Hello guys, welcome back to Samsara. So I put the topic as Samsara, but basically I am going to discuss about Patichcha Samuppada. Uh, if we talk about Patichcha Samuppada, this is I can say Patichcha Samuppada as the true core of the Buddhism. Uh, in other hand, it is the foundation of the Buddhism, and all the other pillars and walls, all this building called Buddhism is upon Patichsamuppada. Uh, Patichsamuppada literally means the cause and effect. So all the uh, all the causes and effects that we are experiencing are described in Patichsamuppada. So Patichsamuppada has normally uh, when we learn our scripture Tipitaka, uh, we have three versions of Patichsamuppada we can find in Tipitaka. First one is we all know Four Noble Truths that our teacher uh, it was the very first sermon of our teacher uh, in Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta. He told about Four Noble Truths. So that's the first sermon. We talk about causes and effects, and so we consider it as the shortest version of cause and effect sermons. And then our teacher has um, made it bigger and explained it somewhat bigger, like in a medium level. So that cause and effect sermon is called as Patichcha Samuppada. Okay, so you I said like there is a small version and there is a medium version, which is which I am going to today. And so you have to guess. Okay, there was a small version and there is a medium version. Then there should be a large version as well. The large version and the largest and the most complete version of cause and effects is in Abhidhamma Pitaka, specifically in Patthana Prakarana. So that is uh, the largest and the most complete way of preaching about cause and effects, and it is really hard to learn and it's really complicated. So this one is which I am going to discuss today is the medium one, but we can learn this one easily through a method. So I will go to the next page. Um, so we have a lot of religions in this world right now, and there's a question why we need a religion asked by a lot of people. Uh, why we actually, if we think why we need a religion, if someone asks that, do we need a religion for living? The answer is no. We don't need the religion for living actually, because all the animals and many people are living without a religion, right? So for living, we don't need a religion. So why do we need a religion? Um, there are questions. The answer is there are questions we cannot answer. We don't know answers. Um, Religions are created to answer those undefined questions. So, what are those undefined questions? So you can see here, I have pointed some two poles, and this is like a time range. So this point is our birth. This point is the I have signified this point as our birth and this point as our death. So in between this birth and death, we know almost everything. What's going on and what's happening. We know everything, almost everything. We know in between these two poles. But before this pole, what was before this birth point and after this pole, what will be after this death pole? We don't know. To find answers for those questions, all these religions are created. All so we can categorize all these religions back then and nowadays um, by learning those answers for those particular questions. So I'll move into those other religions. Then I will come after to the Buddhism. So there are monotheistic religions in this world, which means they believe in a creator God, that some supreme being called God has created all these things, and the world is running uh, on a constitution he has made. Um, that's the idea of monotheistic religions. So they say, so what are the answers of them? So before the birth, they say God has created our souls and put it in our bodies. Okay. And then we have this life. It is so much similar. And then after the death, what will be happening? All those religions, most of those religions are saying that the very creator that that created us, he is deciding our deeds. He take decisions on our deeds. What have we done in this lifetime? And then he'll put us in a comfortable place or in a uncomfortable place. So most of religions call those this that comfortable place as heaven, Jannat, or those kind of names, and the uncomfortable place is hell. Okay, so that's the idea of monotheistic religions. If we come to dharmic religions like uh, Hinduism and Jainism, they believe in something called a soul. Um, Especially in Hinduism, they believe in a soul which was created by God. It was also like monotheistic faith, but it has some extensions. So they believe some point here God has created our soul, and then we were born. Then we were generating karmas. According to those karmas, we were reincarnating again. And that cycle of reincarnation is driven by the god. That's the idea of Hinduism. And then we have Jainism. They also think like somehow we have got a soul. That soul is transferring one body to one body. Uh, then it that's how reincarnation is happening, and they believe something called liberation. And then if somebody got that liberation, that soul will be in a very calm level, high calm level. So that's the liberation they are talking about, anekantavada. And then we have Buddhism. So what is our idea is, so we also face these two equations. What was happening before our birth and what will be after our life, after the death. Okay. So this entire process is described through a one cyclic process called as Patichcha. So that Patichsamuppada is the answer for this question when it was asked from a Buddhist. Then I will move into our very uh, topic, Patichcha Samuppada. As you see, it is not simple as monotheistic explanations or other explanations. You can see there are 12 steps we have to complete. So this is not like a linear list. This is a cyclic process, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. Then 12 will jump into 1 again. Then this will happen. This will continue as a whole cycle. So you can see, but I have made some lines and I have put some notes, past life, this life, next life. So you may not have seen it, or you may have seen it. This is the Theravada explanation of samsara. Okay, this is how samsara is continuing uh, according to the Patichcha Samuppada, the medium sermon of causes and effects. So I told you that Patichcha Samuppada is about causes and effects, or causes and results, I'd say. So all these are causes. This is the cause. Avijja. So I avijja, sankhara, vinyana, namarupa, salayatana, phassa, vedana, tanha, upadana, bhava, jati, chara, marana. Avijja is a cause. Sankhara is a result of that. Then sankhara is itself a cause. And vinyana is the result of that. Then Vijnana will become a cause, Namarupa will be a result of that. That's how all these steps are going on, right? Then there will be again Chara Marana, and it will cause to Avijja Sankara, and again this cycle will be continued. Okay, but what are these denominations? Past life, this life, next life. Okay, in order to understand, I'll move into the first slide again. So you have seen this sum. This is the birth pole. This is the death pole. Our questions is what was happening before the birth pole and what will be happening after the death pole. And obviously what is happening during these two poles in this life. Okay. So these are the things happening before the birth pole. And these are the and 3 to 10 is happening within the poles and in between poles, and after death pole these two is happening if we think about this lifetime. So you will be confused again, but I'll start, forget everything, I'll start now. Avijja. So what is avijja? Avijja means I may have to, okay, avijja means uh, ignorance. What ignorance? Imagine, so we are talking about our past life, okay? This is our this life. Imagine our last moment of our past life. Last moment, last very, we are so close to the death, and that's the very last point of our past life. At the time, our mind has ignorance, right? Our mind has avijja, which means our mind had ignorance. Ignorance literally means the lack of realization. Lack of realization. Lack of realization or not. on Four Noble Truths. We don't know, we don't realize, uh, we didn't realize the Four Noble Truths. So ignorance is left in our mind. So our death moment has arrived. Because of this ignorance, pay attention to the word, because of this ignorance, we were earning good and bad. Good and bad. In otherwise, kusala and akusalas. Okay. Good deeds and bad deeds. In otherwise, karma. We were earning karmas. Okay. We had, we are eligible to earn karmas because we have ignorance. So we were earning karmas. At that point, our mind had a good or bad karma. Okay, our mind had a good or bad karma. But if we have born obviously as humans, so it is obvious that our last moment had a good karma in our mind. Okay, we had avijja in our mind. Because of that avijja, our mind was generating karmas, which is sankharas. Because we have born as humans, we can guess, we can predict that, we can guess that our last movement has had a good sankhara, a kusala sankhara, or a punya sankhara, otherwise a good karma. And then, because of that good karma, we know karma is like actions and reactions. If you do an action, if you do an action, there will be a reaction, there will be a result somewhere. So now our mind has a good karma, which means it will have a reaction somewhere. That reaction creates a new vijnana somewhere else. What is vijnana? Vijnana is consciousness. We have in past life, we have experienced our death. We had good karma in our mind. That good karma resulted a new consciousness to appear somewhere else. Okay, that is the very first moment of our this life. Okay, in that consciousness, consciousness will has this effect of this good karma. With that good karma, that consciousness has an ability to gather rupa around it. What's rupa? Rupa means a physical matter. The physical matter will gather around that consciousness. So imagine the first point of our very first moment of our life in the womb of our mother. The consciousness appeared. Consciousness gathered with the physical particle matter, which was created by whom? It was created by our mother and father. You know that. That's the biology. Okay. According to biology, mother and father create something, and that something is the rupa. So what is nam? Nama is the all the mental factors and consciousness together, which is mind. So this is mind plus what? Physical uh, body. Even though we say physical body, in the beginning, it is not actually a uh, evolved body. It's just a piece of meat, I can say, right? So mind and a piece of meat. Then that thing will evolve. How it will evolve? Mind is there. Mind will be like as always, but physical body, that piece of meat will evolve into five senses, right? What are the five senses? Eye, ear, nose, uh, tongue, and rest of body. Those are our sensing devices. And then this salayatana, the word salayatana means six parts. When I said eye, ear, nose, tongue, and body, I said only five parts. So what is the other part? The other part is the mana, the mind. Okay, it is this mind. Okay, here we have mind and physical body. Here we have my. Here also we have mind and physical body, but that physical body has evolved into five different sensing devices: eye, nose, ear, tongue, and rest of body. Okay. Now, because of those sensing devices, we gonna have touch. We're gonna have touch. Because of those sensing, what are the sensing devices? Eye is going to touch with um, views, and then ear is going to touched with sounds, and our tongue is going to be touched with taste, different taste. Nose is going to be with smells. Mind is going to be with thoughts or feelings. Uh, Entire body is going to be touched with different pains and comforts. So because of we have six devices, we are six devices. Those six devices going to be touched with uh, the external environment. Okay, what external environment is supplying us views, sounds, smells, tastes, feelings, all the other things. Okay, all the pains. Because of those touchings, because of this puzzle, because of these touchings, we are going to feel those touchings. We are going to pain or uh, how to say, uh, we are going to taste those touchings. We're going to feel uh, we're going to feel those views. We are going to feel those sounds. We are going to feel those uh, uh, smells, like good and bad. Yeah, we are going to decide it. So this is a good smell. This is a bad smell. Likewise, we are going to uh, feel those touchings. When we feel those touchings, eventually we will be attached with them. Why? When we see a good view, we decide it as a good. If we decide it as good, it means we are liking it or we are disliking it. If it is a bad view, we are disliking. Same happens with smells. Same happens with tastes, good taste or bad taste. We are going to be attached with good taste. That attachment is called as tanha. Okay. Then, when we attach to those feelings, we are sensing from our six parts. We are like uh, searching for more of those feelings. If we taste something good, our mind is like willing to have again and again that taste. So we are like binding together with that attachment. We are searching for more of those attachments. That the feeling we had, we are going to search for it. We are going to seek those feeling again and again. And that very catch cap catching that attachment, attaching to getting attached to that attachment tightly, it is called as upadana. It's like tight attachment. uh, Tight attachment. Because of that tight attachment, another philosophical thing is happening. We like, our mind wants more of taste. Our mind wants more of those uh, feelings, more of those smells. That wanting nature creates somewhere some sort of infrastructure to give those feeling again to us, again to this very system, and that is called bhava. We are creating, because of this tight attachment, we are creating a bhava, a place, an infrastructure to born again. Okay? Infrastructure to born again, which means another lifetime. So because we are doing this process again and again in this life, we are creating bhavas, which means an infrastructure to born again somewhere. After this life, what will happen? We will born again somewhere due to this bhava is there. Okay. Jati means birth. So this birth is happening because we have created a bhava. Because of birth, what will have? What will we have? We'll be aging. All these sufferings we are experiencing in this lifetime, and eventually we will have the death. Okay. So this is the cycle. After death, what will happen? After death, what will happen? We'll be checked with whether we have ignorance or lack of realization of One Noble Truth. So, when we were dying, if our mind had avijja, then what will happen? Again, sankhara will occur. Again, another new vijnana will be occurred. Again, namarupa will be occurred. Again, salayatana will be there. Again, we are going to touch it environment. Again, we are going to feel those senses. Again, we are going to produce tanha. Again, we are going to be attached with uh, those things we like. Again, we are creating bhava. Again, we are getting born. Again, we are facing death. And that death moment, again, we will have avijja. That is how this Patichcha Samuppada cycle is working. So, in this way, we will understand how to eliminate what is the target of our uh, teacher set. Our target is nirvana, or the enlightenment. We all know, as a general, after the enlightenment, we will not have a birth again. So, how does it happen? Um, Somehow, let's see from the first. Enlightenment is realization of Four Noble Truth, which means we don't have ignorance, which means we don't have sankhara, we don't have good or bad karma in our mind, which means we have eliminate. Uh, uh, we don't have karma, which means it don't have results. So we don't have vijnana either. That's how we finish this game. But to uh, remove ignorance from our mind, what do we have to do? We have to go further into this cycle, and we have to find the root causes. Uh, Actually, if we have born in this life, vijnana is there. We cannot eliminate vijnana from our. We cannot actually eliminate conscious, right? It is there. We cannot nama rupa either. In this step also, we cannot remove mind and physical body. We cannot remove all those things. We cannot delete these six parts from the system. Yeah, we already have them. Because we already have them, we have touchings as well. Okay, we have to see things, we have to smell things, we have to hear things. Okay, so it is happening automatically. We cannot delete this step, right? We cannot eliminate. And because those touchings are there, we are going to feel those things as well, right? Good smells, bad smells, good taste, bad taste. Yeah, we have to feel those. We cannot uh, stay without feeling. Okay, cannot stay without feeling. So this step also we cannot remove. What we can remove is we can stay without at getting attached to it. Okay, if we not have a particular uh, attached attachment towards those feelings, which means upadana will be not there, tanha will be not there, tight attachment will be not there. We are not creating bhava anymore, so we don't have a birth again. Okay, that's how liberation works within Buddhism. So I hope you have understood. Uh, in this way, we can uh, like in this way we can memorize this 12 easily. First we have avijja, then we have sankhara. Due to avijja, we have sankhara. Due to sankhara, we have vijnana produced. Due to vijnana, we will have vijnana and other physical body around it. And due to namarupa, we are going to have our mind with more evolved body with five other senses. Because of those senses, we are going to have touchings. Because of those touchings, we are going to have feelings. We are going to feel those touchings. Then because we feel those touchings, we are going to have attachment towards it. If we have attachment, our mind is going to seek more of them, which means upadan. Mind is going to upadan those things. Then because of upadana, we are creating another bhava. Because of those bhava, we are about to born again. Because we born again, we will eventually have aging and all those sufferings, and after all, we will have death. Okay, this is the Patichcha Samuppada. I'll stop here and I'll stop the recording.